Today's script has the power to turn the tide. Market signals around an explosive veteran, a mindset shift to stop the turnovers, a powerful spark on the offensive line, and a challenge that could redefine the internal standard. I'm not giving everything away yet. I'll just say this, there's a move that protects our rookie. There are stats that expose the problem. There's real growth where many doubted, and there's a message echoing through the locker room. Are we ready to flip the switch? You won't believe what we've got today. So take a seat, drop a like, and let's go straight to the news. Take a breath and hold on. The name is Alvin Kamara. Rival executives indicate the Saints are willing to listen before the deadline, with up to 4 teams gauging price. The logic for New England is straightforward. Check downs, angle routes, swings, and screens to kill pressure, plus answers that punish blitzes. Kamara built a career as a yards-after-catch creator, exactly what reduces a rookie quarterback's exposure to unnecessary hits. This isn't name-chasing for the brand, it's functional architecture that aligns with what Mike Vrabel and Josh McDaniels want to cement: possession control, third down efficiency, and less hero ball. There are numbers to support it. Even in an uneven offense, Kamara remains productive with a recent track record of ball security. Just 1 fumble in 2024 and 1 lost so far in 2025, per league data. As a first read against pressure, he's a fire extinguisher. In the red zone, where our execution has swung, he offers patient vision, balance through contact, and a knack for falling forward. In 4-minute offense, when the stadium holds its breath, he's a valve to burn clock without the same disaster probability as deeper routes behind unstable protection. And the cap? The projected 2025 charge sits around 10p and per $6 million. For a team with top-tier space like the Patriots, that's manageable without gymnastics. The most pragmatic blueprint, a half-season rental with a short extension trigger if the chemistry pops. Trade cost? People inside the league talk about a mid-round pick with playtime and playoff conditionals. It's not peak star pricing, but it's not a clearance rack either. It's a conscious bet on possession stability and situational efficiency. Of course, rumors don't win games. What's the on-field impact today? Kamara lets you spread the field in 11 personnel without sacrificing protection, invites lighter nickel boxes, and forces linebackers to play in space. That matches our need to reduce Drake May's exposure while keeping defenses honest against play action. Fans are already reacting online, some hyped about a 1st and 10 machine, others cautious about age, mileage, and pick value. That's a healthy debate, the kind that heats up the week and holds the front office accountable. Whether it happens or not, we'll know soon enough. For now, the message is what matters. New England is exploring solutions that fix 2 problems at once: possession stability and quarterback development. The window is open, the signals are louder, and the math fits in the wallet. And that wasn't even the most surprising part of the day. Patriots fans barely had time to process the Kamara buzz before another wave hit, the heavy shadow of ball security failures. There's no way around it. 5 turnovers against Pittsburgh, 3 of them by running backs, 2 from Ramondre Stevenson. The weight is massive because it's not just about losing possession, it's about losing points at home, in the red zone, in momentum swing moments. And when opponents like Mike Tomlin publicly admit they coach to exploit that weakness, it's a 5-alarm warning. Stevenson's career now carries that stigma. 16 fumbles over the last 5 seasons, the most among active running backs. Those numbers became ammo for opposing defenses who take the field knowing every carry could be a bonus possession. The psychological effect is brutal, not just on the player, but on the entire offense, which loses trust at the very moment it needs to accelerate. Fans feel it in the stands, that uncomfortable silence when the ball hits the turf, followed by collective frustration that explodes into endless debates online. Vrabel, with his direct style, already signaled zero tolerance for sublime performances. Against the Steelers, he didn't hesitate to shuffle pieces at halftime, a clear message that snaps are earned now, not automatically granted. For Stevenson, the consequences could be harsh. Reduced volume, fewer high-leverage snaps, even a narrowed role in specific packages. For Gibson, who also coughed it up, the rope is short. And for rookie Trevion Henderson, the door could open earlier than expected, especially if the mistakes continue. Some argue now isn't the time to crucify Stevenson, reminding everyone that he was a pillar in the win over Miami, dragging defenders and flashing undeniable yards after contact ability. But when a problem shifts from occasional to chronic, patience shrinks. The risk is losing the locker room, dropping winnable games, and wasting the chance to shield a rookie quarterback with a stable ground game. Worse, turnover clusters gas the defense, keeping it on the field longer until it finally breaks and allows points on extended drives. So here's the question hanging over everything. Does the staff stick with the current rotation hoping for correction, or slam the brakes now, no matter the cost? The NFL doesn't forgive predictability. Today, the Patriots aren't just vulnerable, they're scouted, and that's a cruel sentence. The next games won't just test talent, they'll test discipline, and that might be the toughest battle in Foxborough right now. And that still wasn't the most surprising part of the day. Amid the turbulence, one detail jumped off the tape and deserves the spotlight: the unexpected steadiness of Will Campbell. Who would have guessed that a rookie at the offense's least forgiving spot, left tackle, would be the breathing room in a game suffocated by turnovers? Against a front loaded with monsters like Cameron Hayward and TJ Watt, Campbell didn't just survive, he battled even, allowed 0 sacks on 47 pass blocking snaps, and won 87.2% of his one-on-one reps. For a prospect tagged with arm-length concerns coming out of college, that's a practical rebuttal. This isn't a cold stat, it's future context. The offensive line was an open wound in 2024, exposing Drake May to shots that slowed a rookie's growth. Seeing Campbell stonewall giants and hold composure against disguised pressure changes the rebuild's complexion. For the first time in a while, fans can look to the left side and exhale. There's an anchor there, a secure spot to build from inside out. Yes, May still took sacks, including a strip sack that swung the game, but on that play, receivers failed to separate. It wasn't a protection breakdown. That underscores something crucial. When the gears ground, it wasn't on the rookie. If anything, Campbell delivered consistency, and consistency is gold for a young QB's confidence. Every clean snap is an extra fraction of a second for May to read, rip, and grow. Analysts are already pointing out, facing Watt and Crosby this early is a baptism by fire. Campbell stepped out of that baptism not burned, but tempered. That shifts the conversation in the locker room. Instead of only lamenting missed chances, there's a tangible pillar of hope. Fans are echoing it online. We finally hit on a first-round OL. That energy is contagious, because a team that protects its quarterback is a team ready for the next step. If anyone doubts the strategic impact, project it forward. As Campbell ascends, Vrabel can call more long-developing concepts, trust deeper play action, and even dial screens with protection inversions. The offense opens up, the rookie breathes, and defenses think twice before unleashing maximum heat. It doesn't fix everything, but it fixes a lot. And right now, every solid stone is a foundation that can save the season. But hold up, if we found light in a rookie on the OL, the next message from the top shakes the team's emotional core even more. If market rumors stirred the imagination and the rookies sparked hope, the message that echoed through the locker room came straight from the top. Mike Vrabel, still digesting the loss to Pittsburgh, made it clear there's no room for learning through pain. 5 giveaways, 4 fumbles, and a pick weren't just bad stats, they were the perfect translation of how to throw away a win already within reach. His tone was firm. We don't need to lose to learn that turnovers kill. We already knew that. That landed like a hammer because it evokes an old-school, almost Parcells-like edge that Robert Kraft, Willie McGinnis, and Ted Johnson reminisced about during Hall of Fame weekend. Vrabel doesn't have the same punitive toolbox Parcells had in the 90s. The league changed, practices are regulated, and modern players respond differently. But the essence is the same, fix it or lose. And in New England, losing like that isn't acceptable. The symbolism stings. On a weekend meant for celebration, legends telling stories, the franchise staring into a mirror of glory, the current team handed away the ball and the win. For fans, it felt like walking out of a historic party into a modern nightmare. The lingering question, what will Vrabel do now to keep the season from slipping through their fingers? Internal ripples are already visible. Players were publicly held accountable, and the backfield rotation is murkier than ever. Gibson and Stevenson came out scorched. Henderson hasn't been unleashed as the lead, and the ground game, supposed to be an answer, turned into a problem. The quarterback, fresh off his best game as a pro, flashed youth again with costly decisions. The defense, which played its heart out, was wasted. In the end, Vrabel knows this isn't just about scheme, it's about message. Kraft is watching, the locker room is watching, the fans are watching. How the coach handles this first crisis will decide whether the team buys in or melts down in September. He can't use the old whip, but he needs a response just as strong. If the standard doesn't change now, the shadow of a lost year can grow fast. And as we're still feeling the thud of that message, one question keeps Foxborough up at night. Does this team have the maturity to turn the page before it's too late? Patriots Nation, take a breath. Today we saw there's a rumor that eases the rookie's burden, a necessary wake-up call on ball security, a young pillar at left tackle, and a head coach demanding a playoff standard. If the front office acts with cold logic and the roster responds with discipline, this team can still turn pain into identity. Now it's about cleaning up details, protecting the ball, and letting the rookie grow without rushing it. Would you push chips in on the versatile veteran, change the backfield rotation, or stick with the current bet? Drop a comment, smash the like, and subscribe to ride the comeback with us. Together.